Well, Texas has a new way to get deadbeat parents to pay up. Beginning Thursday, parents will be warned by mail. If you have not paid child support, you cannot register your car. 6 months behind, that's that. No registration. Critics wonder, wait a minute here. So if they can't use their car, they can't drive to work, they can't pay up. Here's that argument.
If we're going to try to have people employed so they can pay child support, why would we take away the ability for them to do it lawfully?
So then the Texas Attorney General's office, they weigh in saying the goal obviously is to not keep people from working or getting to work, but it is to gain compliance with court orders and get support and money to children. Again, if a parent hasn't paid child support in 6 months, they'll get a letter saying they cannot register their cars. Then they've got to call the office and set up kind of like a payment plan, make a significant payment, and that's the way you get back into good standing. Good idea, bad idea? Let's get an expert in. Back with us, family law attorney Randy Kessler. What do you think? Is this a good way to get more money to kids?
You know, it's a well-intentioned law, and there's never going to be a politician that will vote against a law that makes it easier to collect child support. But I mean, I'm a lawyer. People come to me with problems. There will be problems. There will be exceptions. There will be the guy who's paying child support and he's in a car accident and he's in the hospital for 6 months. He gets out to go back to work and now he can't register his car. There are going to be exceptions. I like laws that let you go to a judge and say, Judge, can we have an exception? You know, before you say, I lose my license, I lose my registration, I go to jail, I like to make my argument. That's my position.
Okay, on that point, we've got, let's hear that argument again. And it seems like that's what's been the way, and it didn't happen very often, but maybe you're going to lose your license. You get to stand before a judge, state your case. Let's listen to that, and we'll get your take coming out.
Okay.
I think it's unfortunate when we don't have this due process concept where everybody gets their time to have a say in really why they're not paying.
Process concept. That's what you're talking about here.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. But I mean, I think the law is a good first step, and I think there will be more child support that is paid. The problem is when people slip through the cracks, and it's a government law like this is not a one. This is a thousands of people kind of case. There could be thousands of people that lose their ability to drive to work or lose their registration, and those people don't have money to hire me or other lawyers to go to court, and they're going to end up suffering. They're going to end up not paying, and then the recipients are going to get nothing. So it's very hard to say, is it 6 months of non-payment results in losing your registration? Should it be 3 months? It should be case by case, but it's hard to do it. I understand the goal is noble and the goal is good, and it's meant to do good things. I'm just worried about the small person that can't fight the system.
All right, so this could affect, and you mentioned it, 1,000 to 2,000 people in Texas. That's a lot of kids potentially affected. Are there better ways to make sure that money gets to kids?
Well, you know, it's sort of like the immigration argument we're hearing among the politicians right now. There are good laws on the books if we just enforce them. People can be put in jail for not paying child support. How much more incentive do you need than the possibility of incarceration? You can lose your pilot's license, your fishing license, your hunting license, which might be more valuable to some people than a driver's license. So there are already ways to motivate people to pay. But really the best way is to show them their kids and spend time with the family and say, your kid needs you. You know, do it for the right reason, not because you're worried about jail, registration, car license.
Wow. Yeah, that's the fix there. Have a heart for your children. Here's another angle, and a few people responded social media to us on that. And this is a tweet we got from Joshua saying, what happens to the mothers, and it's usually mother, it could be mom or dad in a case like this, but they don't, basically the problem is, what if that child support money doesn't go to the kids? They spend it on themselves. Is there a way to make sure children get the money and it goes where it needs to go?
That is a big issue, and if you have a private lawyer, we can do special things, like instead of giving the recipient money, you can give him or her a credit card to be used for the child, or you can buy clothes for the child. So you can try to do stuff like that, but generally speaking, it's very hard to micromanage that, because if mom's the recipient and she gets money from dad, but she needs to buy herself a coat and uses that money, next week her job pays her and she buys a coat for the child out of her money. That's the way it's got to work. It's a lot of micromanagement to say only the money from the dad goes to the child and the money from me goes to me. I mean, who pays for the ketchup, mom or the kid, when they're sharing the bottle of ketchup?
Got it.
It's very hard.
All right. So well-intentioned, you're not sure.
It's hard to make a law like that, but think about it ahead of time and put money away for children's needs, for school, things that are going directly to the child.
Good call. Good to see you, Randy.
Great
as
to see
always.
you, Mike.
All right. How about this? Late night